Do you ever feel like no matter what you get off your plate and delegate in your business, it just somehow ends up back on your shoulders? Like you give something to your team, they run with it, they move forward with it a bit, and then a problem pops up, and here you are, right back in the middle of it again. And after a while, you honestly just start thinking, like, dude, it would just be easier if I did this myself. And I see this come up with business owners, especially the business owners that I work with, all the time. And if I'm being honest, I've caught myself doing it in my own business too. And recently on a call, one of my clients said something that really stood out to me. They said, I'm willing to take the hit if I make a mistake, but I'm not willing to take the hit if they make a mistake. And when we slowed that down and actually looked at it, here's what they were really saying underneath all of that. It's easier for me to carry the weight than it is to watch someone else mess it up. Because when someone on your team fumbles something, lets something fall through the cracks, or they make a mistake, like you feel it. And your mind automatically is drifting to like, oh my gosh, what are my clients going to think? How are they going to feel about this? Is the deadline going to get affected? Is this going to be wasting money and have financial implications? Because as the owner, it always feels like it just points back to you. It's just another problem that you're going to have to solve. So what do most business owners do? Well, of course they step back in. They fix it. They take control over the thing again, and they just carry it all by themselves. And then they wonder why everything still depends on it. But here's the hardest part and the hardest thing to look at in all of this. If your people and your team never get to struggle, make mistakes, or even fail, they're never going to learn. If every time something happens to go sideways, you just step in and take it over, your team is never going to grow, and the business is never going to stop needing you. And a lot of business owners say they want more freedom. They want their time back. They want more energy. They want their team to take ownership and pull their weight. They want the business to run without them. But underneath all of that, they're just simply not willing to let people make mistakes so they can learn to troubleshoot and figure things out on their own. Because emotionally, it is just so much easier to take it all on, carry it yourself, and bear the weight of it. But effective leadership isn't trying to prevent every mistake. It's about being patient enough to let people learn through them and being there to guide them when they do. Because the short-term discomfort of letting someone learn is what is going to give you the freedom in the long term. Otherwise, 10 years from now, you are still going to be the one carrying everything. If you've ever felt like everything just ends up back on your shoulders in your business, I want you to hear this. You're not broken. You actually probably just care a lot. But at some point, if you want your life back, you have to stop carrying everything on your own and actually start letting your people grow into the responsibility with you. So if this feels like a conversation that you've needed right now and you just needed to hear this, go and subscribe and come and hang out here, because you are not the only one trying to figure this out, and we'll continue to figure this out together.